En la ciencia.
As much as I want to talk about Masika and the breakup of Jamar Champ, there's something bigger here that we need to discuss as far as manhood. But before we get into what I want to talk about, Masika, if you don't know, she's a reality star chick. She just, I think, loving hip hop or something like that. And she got engaged with somebody, and that's not the big deal. And the engagement didn't work out, and that's not the big deal. The big deal is that the individual that was engaged to her was friend zoned for 10 years. Now, in a statement from this woman, I wanna read this statement before we get into the show, because this is very important to talk about and discuss. So the statement says, earlier this month, Masika confirmed her engagement to Jamar and said, I met my fiance 10 years ago, curved him for 97% of those 10 years. She's been dating him for 4 months. He asked me to marry him 4 days ago. Last night I asked him, what made you so sure after only 4 months of dating? He said, I knew 10 years ago on the day I met you that I was going to marry you. I don't even know where to start first. Do I start meeting someone after 4 months and wanting to get married, or do I start with the 10 years of a friendship? I know for a lot of you guys out there, when you see a beautiful woman, I know that sometimes her beauty may blind you to a false truth that a lot of you guys don't understand. Men and women can never be friends. I've never had a woman friend in my life because I don't talk to women who I'm not as sexually attracted to. But gentlemen, this is crazy. But this shows how men are today, because we're lost. This young man 10 years ago met this woman, 10 years and 4 months ago, met this woman. She did not want him. But instead of charging her to the game, instead of walking away, instead of keeping your nuts, this man decided to take the different pathway of beating around the bush or trying to be her friend, thinking that being her friend is going to be the fastest way to get sex or to be in a relationship with this woman. If you think about it, that's 10 years of her being with other men in his face. That's 10 years of her using him as a shoulder to cry on. That's 10 years of her using him for whatever she wanted. Free meals and being a shoulder to cry on. Probably putting up her Christmas lights, being a fix-it man for 10 years. And what did he get in return? Nothing but a friendship. Get the fuck out of here. Gentlemen, there is no way that I will give a woman that kind of time. She's either going to be down with me and down for the program that I present to her, or I'm throwing her back in the water. I will not waste my time on a woman that won't even meet me halfway. She said she curved him 97% of the time in 10 years. And it was after 10 years, she decided to date him. And in that 4-month period, he was so caught up in her drug, caught up in this woman, that he asked to marry her. Now, this woman probably didn't have men. I mean, you got to think about this woman for 10 years. The pussy was being used up, beaten up by other men for 10 years. Face in the pillow, ass up in the air by other men. For 10 years, he has been sitting around wiping off of her cum war wounds from other men by hanging out with her and listening to her complain and cry about other men for 10 years. And even in those 10 years, she didn't even want him. And yet, he wasted 10 years of his life with a woman that saw him as weak because there was no inexperience in this man. There was nothing about him that made her say, you know what, I want to be with this man. And that's the problem that we have today, gentlemen. That's the problem that we face as men. Because when you don't stand on your square and you don't show yourself as the opportunity, you will always be an option in a woman's mind. And when you take this I want to be your friend route, you are telling that woman that, you know what, I will accept your crumbs. And men don't accept fucking crumbs. We do not accept crumbs. And this man should have walked the fuck away as soon as she curved him the first time. He could have left a candle in the window and moved on with his life. But instead, he was there to hold her hand when other guys pissed her off, to drive her around when she wanted to get away from it all because she felt bad, to console her and tell her, don't worry about it. You don't need that guy. He's not good for you. 10 fucking years. And I know a lot of you guys are sitting here right now saying, I won't give 10 years of my life to a woman. I get that. But if you give more than one goddamn day to a woman, you're the same motherfucking man, especially if the woman sees you as a friend. This is why I tell all of you guys, when you meet a woman, I want to get to know you in a more intimate way. You let her know from the beginning, because if you don't let her know from the beginning, she is going to assume that she can throw that friendship bullshit on you, and you got to suck that up. You guys have got to start waking up. I do not want to see you in these positions, but the reason you're going to fall in this position is because you don't have a sense of self, and you're allowing women to define who you are as a man. A woman cannot define a man. She cannot define anything that I do, because I define me. And until you guys start believing that, you're going to be just like this guy right here. I'm not saying you're going to be in a 10-year friendship, but think about all the women right now that you have in your phone. Think about all the women that you have on Facebook. Think about all the women you have on Instagram that you are messaging as a friend. You are being just like this guy, wasting your time. If she's not down to go towards intimacy, and I'm not saying she has to have sex with you the first night, I'm saying that there's a clear-cut understanding that I will never be your friend. I don't want to be your friend. If you think of me as my friend, we're done. I am not that guy. I am the one that wants to get to know you more intimate. I am the one that wants your face in a pillow and your ass up in the air. I am the one that's going to position myself to get you to want to fuck me. If you are not thinking this way with a woman, you're going to end up like this guy. Come on, man. Come on. We've got to start drawing a line in the sand. Today is 2021. We 24 days into, or 25 when this comes out, 25 days into the new year. And this is the thought process of most men, allowing women to dictate what they do. Stop wasting your time. Put your cards on the goddamn table and let her know where you come from. You see, guys, the more honest you are with women and letting them know what you want, it is at that point, just let them make the choice and the decision if they want to move forward or not. But I'm going to tell you this much. Whether she wants to move forward, up, down, left, right, back, forth, I don't care. As long as I stand on my principles, my square, my laws, my rules, and my codes. Gentlemen, don't be this guy. I'm not saying 10 years, but I'm telling you right now, every second that you sit around playing friend with the food is a second wasted of your life that you cannot get back. Do not be this man. Realize she is not my friend. I don't want your friendship. You find a sucker to hang out with. You find a sucker whose shoulder you want to cry on. You find a sucker who wants to take you out to dinner. You find a sucker to buy you dinners and drinks. But when you want some dick, you call me. When you want to hang out, we can hang out and feed the ducks at Lake Spread Your Ass Cheeks. If you want to do coffee or tea, we can meet up on the corner of your face in a pillow and your ass up in the air. And if you don't like those, we can have cocoa on the corner of my dick on your forehead, my balls in your mouth. That is all you get from me. But by no means, I will never be your friend. Don't even think about it, because my best friend is the man in the mirror. You cannot be my best friend when I already have one, and that person is me, gentlemen. Remember, men and women can't be friends. Stop hanging out with the food and start fucking. Fuck with your boy, man. Friendship.